Welcome to M Squared TechCast.
For right now, it's Matt Roush.
And Mike Brennan.
And we're back with another segment of the M Squared TechCast. And Mike, you're going to talk with a new partner now,
yes,
aren't
a new
you?
business partner,
Yeah.
Jamie Cooper, founder of Cannabiz Connection.
That's
and
Cannabiz.
Connection,
Cannabiz.
Yep. And Jamie is a former, I know you're a former journalist. Is it a TV person or a news person or a newspaper person? What did you do in your other life?
I am a former television news producer.
Oh, producer. Okay.
The ones
But
that
I
actually
also-
do the news. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Yeah, all right.
Right. So, a set of my work was producing primetime news shows, and then I ended up going to the morning shows, and then I also became an entertainment producer and reporter. So I spent a couple of years interviewing celebrities for a living, and it was pretty cool, but it was exhausting.
You were in Vail or some exotic place like that, wasn't it, or something like that?
Well, I moved to Michigan from Breckenridge, but my stint of my television news career was in Amarillo, Texas, and then I went to Dallas, and then I went to Denver.
Okay.
And then I fell in love with the ski industry and got out of television and took a marketing job in the ski industry.
So you were a ski bum.
I was a total ski bum. I skied about 100 days a year when I lived in Colorado.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Skiing was my life.
And so now you're over skiing on Mount Grand Haven, right? So,
Right. You mean the Grand Haven Hill?
yes, yeah.
Right.
You toboggan on it, ski on it, same thing,
Yep,
right? So, all right, cool. So anyway, let's tell folks about what we're doing together. And why don't you give, they know what I do, why don't you give a little bit more business information on what Cannabiz Connection is and does?
Well, so Cannabiz Connection is a marketing and leads referral program and organization. So we host networking events every week somewhere in the state. This week our event is in Bay City. Last week it was in Detroit. So we go throughout the state and host these networking events and help build community within those regions and help connect business owners and create that way for them to make relationships, long-lasting relationships that will help them see success in their businesses.
Yeah, I was just at your Detroit event last week, and I'm guessing there was about 100 or so folks there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say we probably had anywhere between 80 to 90 people. So it was we had a good turnout last week, and it just continues to grow. I launched the weekly networking events about a year ago. I launched Cannabiz 2 years ago, and it really shows like the amount of people that are coming to our events now and the people that are investing into memberships. Just shows that what we're creating was really needed for the industry.
And part of what you do is marketing for these companies, so people can actually, buy a membership, as it were, and then you help them
Correct.
with marketing and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so like for instance, a basic membership gets business listed in the directory, gets them access to the networking events, and then they get to be a part of the leads referral program. And so it's beyond the marketing. It's leads generation. So we have our members can access a form on the back end of our website that they fill out to let us know what they need, and we make that connection for them. Because I realize that's a huge piece that's missing. I haven't seen this type of platform anywhere in the country, and so just it's really exciting to help these people. I mean, and because their successes are all of our successes. I look at our licensed businesses as the top of the food chain, and if we are contributing to their success, then our entire industry will be successful.
So what kind of businesses have been joining Cannabiz Connection? Service providers to those licensed businesses, or who are the members?
Yeah, so it's service providers and licensed businesses. So we have pretty much every level of licensed business in there. And we also have, marketers, we have attorneys, we have website builders, we have, what you can name it. Like we took on Thomson Reuters as one of our recent founding members for Cannabiz. And so, there's a lot of different companies that offer some sort of service or product to other industries that are bringing that knowledge into our industry.
And so the connection that we have here now is that one of my publications is called MIMarijuanaReport.com, totally devoted to marijuana businesses, cannabis, hemp, CBD, that sort of thing. And so what we're going to be doing to our audience of a couple thousand on that publication is promoting Jamie's events, and she's going to be promoting some of our headlines to her 6,000 followers. And so, and we have several, and plus MITech News is in support of this, and MITech News has 10,000. So, I mean, between the two of us, we're going to be reaching a much larger audience, and in a very quickly growing industry. I'm impressed with, we just started last April with that other publication, and I've had a chance to kind of not participate, but at least observe the growth of this whole segment, and it's really taken off.
It really is. I mean, like, if you look at the statistics from the state, I mean, you can see exactly what's happening. I mean, the state has taken in a lot of applications, and I don't know what percentage is operational, but I'd say it's a very minor percent, probably 10% or so, that is operational right now. So there's a lot of businesses that are still going to be up and running, and you know, we are able to support those businesses and help them get up and running with the resources we have and the connections we can help them make. And you know, it's going to be a complete different ball game 2-3 years from now, you know, when all these businesses are operational. And you know, I'm a big believer in the power of relationship building. You know, typically when you try to sell something to somebody, it takes several points of contact with them before they decide to buy. And so what happens at our event is, you know, these people, our members, keep seeing each other. They start referring within their own networks, and it's just a really powerful thing. And one of the cool things that we just launched today was we had weekly phone calls with our members, and they last about 30 minutes, and the whole purpose of that phone call is just another platform for them to connect with each other. And this morning's phone call was just incredible, because it's just everybody was on the line saying what they need and how they can help each other. It's just a really cool thing to see and help with these businesses.
I know from doing this for a very long time.
We won't say how long.
Yeah, but. That you get better traction meeting people face to face. I mean, I've dealt with a lot of people over internet phone calls, but until you actually spend some time with them and maybe have an adult beverage or two,
just hang out.
Yeah. Yep. Then you have a much better relationship with them, and they're much more I mean, it's hard, as you know, Jamie. It's hard selling to begin with. And people don't tend to do business with people they don't know or don't know well. And so, I mean, that really breaks down the barriers by your events.
Right, and we try to facilitate all levels of connections, you know, whether they prefer to make those connections on social media, if they want to do it by phone or email, or if they want to do it face-to-face. We're trying to create that platform where they can do it at their comfort. And you have these different platforms where you can make these connections in different ways, and you could be connecting with the same person. You say, hey, are you going to be at next week's event, Bay City? Then let's meet there. Let's meet face to face. And guess what? You know, next week maybe a deal's done because of that, because you finally got to meet them face to face after having 4 conversations with that person.
Yeah, and then next month in February, you're going to be rolling out a new location, right?
Yes, we are. We're going to be doing an Ann Arbor event now.
Ah, okay.
Short drive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Michael.
Short drives are wonderful.
Yeah,
I like short drives.
Mike will be happy to attend that one. Right. Yes. Yeah, right around the corner. Yeah.
Oh, well, and, you know, I listen. I really try my hardest to listen to our members and ask them, you know, and that's what happened is, like, I had several members suggest that we have an Ann Arbor event.
Including me.
And including you. And so I listened to that, and I opened up. I combined our Flint and Bay City event together, and then opened that week for Ann Arbor.
Yes. And it's going to be, I think you picked Connor O'Neill's, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And then another thing is we are hosting 2 events this summer in the UP as well.
Oh,
so
cool.
that's our
Really?
first UP event.
Oh, that's my favorite place on earth, pretty much. I love it up there. It's just gorgeous.
Probably even get Matt to go up there for that, right, man?
Any excuse. Yes, absolutely.
Or the mosquitoes are the size of sparrows, right?
No, it's more like the black flies, actually.
Okay,
yeah. Right.
I went camping up there. It was not a pleasant experience. I thought they were going to eat me alive.
You gotta pretty much submerge yourself in DEET in order to survive up there. That's just the way it is. Jamie, I'm just curious.
Reminds me of living in Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just curious. Sort of on a personal note. I mean, first Texas, then Colorado. Why was the next stop Michigan?
My husband grew up in Michigan.
Okay.
And so
Family
we came
ties.
here. We have a special needs child, and so we came to be closer to family. And I have to say, like, I love Michigan. I love the lake as much as I love the mountains.
Yep.
And I think Michigan is a very special place. And I tell you what, the cannabis scene has changed completely compared to when I moved here 5 years ago. And that's how my advocacy started, because I was a cannabis user in Colorado, and I moved to Michigan. I was like, what in the world? Especially here in West Michigan.
Yep.
And I
sure.
became an advocate,
Michigan,
and that advocacy eventually transitioned into the business side of things.
But her other child is a cockatoo. So
Okay. Interesting.
I do. I have a cockatoo.
Okay.
He's on my shoulder right now.
That's a long-term commitment. They live a long time.
They do 50 to 60 years. So it is a long-term commitment, but
and I see her face.
He's so much fun.
I see her Facebook posts, and I don't think he could be any tamer if he tried, right?
Right. He's definitely like having another child, and he loves me.
Okay, well, Mike and I are both West Michigan guys originally. Anyway, Mike's from Grand Rapids, and my family was from the Kalamazoo area, and I've got other family actually in the Muskegon, Grand Haven area. So we're both real familiar with your stomping grounds. So
yeah, I can.
Awesome. Well, tonight we have a public hearing for here in Grand Haven to decide allowing cannabis businesses, medical. We're starting with medical.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, get them started.
So,
and then Jamie ran for city council. Did not get elected, but came very, very close. So next time around, she'll get in, right?
yeah, we will see. We'll just see. You know, everybody keeps asking me if I'm going to rerun, and I will decide that when that time comes. When it comes time to me to collect the signatures and get on the ballot, then I'll make that decision. But you know, Grand Haven is a special place, and I feel like a lot of progression is starting to happen here in this city, and it's just incredible to be a part of that. You know, the awesome thing about me running, even though I'm not sitting there on the board right now, I got a lot out of it, and I have some incredible relationships that I made because of that. And one thing that I just really want to encourage cannabis business owners, especially those that aren't licensed, is to really think about the possibility of running, because I think there needs to be more knowledge on cannabis and, within our communities, because I feel like that's the biggest hurdle we face right now, is just that lack of education and these decisions being made by people that just don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And when you put one person on that board that does know about it, it really changes the entire conversation.
Okay, Jamie, thanks a lot. We're in our last minute now, so give us the web address of your business one last time, please.
It's Cannabiz Connection with a Z, CannabizConnection.com.
Okay.